Welcome back to The Mirror Moves, where unchecked entitlement collides with poetic justice in full cinematic color. Today's tale will take you beyond cliches, into muddy fields, media lights, and the moment a goat sneezed karma square in the face of self-righteous fury. The story began like most normal Thursdays. The sun had just crested the eastern hills, a warm glow settling over Turner's Hill Organics. My family's pride, my legacy, my life. I'm Ben Turner, third-generation farmer, 42, and a man more comfortable in work boots than on screens. I run a modest but thriving operation, heirloom vegetables, honeybees, a few dairy goats. Everything grown with care, compassion, and a refusal to cut corners. That morning, my wife Mia and I were preparing for something special. A documentary film crew was arriving. A real one. National syndication, full gear, union boom mics, and everything. They wanted to profile farms that embodied ethical, sustainable agriculture. For us, this was everything, not fame, but validation. We cleaned the barn top to bottom. Mia baked cranberry muffins, wiped the wooden bench clean, and laid out fresh linen napkins like she was hosting royalty. Our daughter, Emmy, only 6, braided her hair and placed a hand-drawn welcome sign by the gate. We were ready. At 8:15 a.m., the crew rolled in. By 8:25, tripods were up, interviews prepped, and I was mid-sentence describing crop rotation when we heard it. Screeching tires. Gravel sprayed across the drive. A silver SUV skidded to a halt. Every eye turned. Outstormed a woman in a neon green windbreaker, cropped bleach blonde hair, a megaphone in one hand, and her phone recording in the other. Her energy hit like a thunderclap. "I'm here to expose the lies," she shrieked. We were stunned. The boom operator blinked. The producer lowered her clipboard. Karen, because of course her name was Karen, barreled past our signage, waving laminated pamphlets like legal summonses. Her SUV was covered in decals. Meat is M****Dr. Goat milk equals stolen infancy. EGGS equals ovarian slavery. "Ma'am," I began, stepping toward her calmly. "This is private property. You're abusing animals for profit," she snapped. "You kidnap their babies and call it organic. Disgusting." I felt the first curl of anger rise, but Mia touched my arm, a silent reminder, "Don't take the bait." "We're filming a documentary today," I said. "Please respect the crew's space." "Oh, don't worry," she grinned. "I brought my own camera." She was live streaming, thousands of furious vegan followers egging her on in real-time chat. Karen spun to face our goats, who, bless their souls, were peacefully nibbling grass under the morning sun. She pointed, shouting, "Prisoners, slaves to the dairy machine." One of our older goats, Mabel, lifted her head lazily and sneezed right on Karen's windbreaker. Silence. Then snickers. Karen didn't laugh. "You think this is funny?" she barked. "You're laughing while these mothers are stolen from their young." She stormed toward the barn, uninvited, filming everything. I signaled the producer to keep rolling. Mia followed her inside, trying to reason with her. That's when it happened. The camera caught every angle. Karen turning, yelling, and shoving Mia in the chest. Not hard enough to fall, but hard enough to matter. Our crew froze. Even Karen's live stream paused, the comments now flooding with variations of, "Whoa, too far," and "You just hit someone." I called the sheriff. Karen locked herself in the feed room, claiming persecution. "They attacked me," she shouted. "I'm the one defending life." The irony was Shakespearean. 10 minutes later, Officer Reyes pulled up, hat tilted low, sunglasses mirrored. He reviewed footage from our cameras, the dock crew's equipment, even Karen's own phone. He looked at her. "Ma'am, you've trespassed, disrupted a lawful business, and made physical contact. You're under arrest." She was stunned. "What? I'm the victim." Mia stood quietly behind him, hands shaking. I said nothing. I didn't need to. The cameras had already spoken. Karen's live stream was reposted within the hour, not by her, but by dozens of people shocked by her behavior. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. And in each post, a new kind of comment emerged. "Wow, the farmer handled it with class. Why does she always make the cause look worse? Did that goat sneeze on cue?" The documentary aired 6 weeks later, and the network kept the whole incident. Not to shame her, but to show the reality of what farmers like us deal with. The title, Sustaining Truth, Ethical Farming in a Noisy World. They aired her outburst in a segment called When Passion Becomes Harassment. Viewers flooded us with support. Some wanted to visit. Some wanted to learn. One influencer, a thoughtful vegan named Trey, reached out personally. "I'm sorry for what she did," he wrote. "Would you be open to a dialogue?" We were. That podcast episode became the most listened to in his series. We talked about our methods: rotational grazing, non-forceful weaning, pasture freedom. We shared how Mia speaks to each goat by name, how Emmy sings to the chickens. Karen? She's still online, now under a different username, ranting about big goat and conspiracy theories about hidden milk trafficking rings. Weeks later, we planted a sign by the fence. "Smile. You're on camera." And sometimes goats sneeze. But that's not where this ends. That experience taught me something vital. Footage is power. Dignity is louder than rage. And when justice is recorded, it echoes longer than any live stream. The land, the animals, the work, it's not just what I do. It's who we are. And now, thanks to One Wild Thursday, thousands more people understand that.